So we're doing guerrilla filmmaking. The guerrilla filmmaking essentially just being in the trenches, not getting permission to be at certain locations, so at any moment we could get kicked out. But what we're doing, we're respecting the property with what we're doing, and we're being safe. A local clothing company, Amcolor, reached out to us and said, we would love to help make one of your videos happen. What is it going to take? So they let us just take whatever idea we wanted to make happen. So when I came to them, I was like, okay, well, what makes your clothing different? What makes it stand out? And one of the first things they said is it's hydrophobic. So I normally don't pour soda all over me. But when I do, I'm wearing Amcolor. If you noticed, we were wearing the clothing ourselves. We thought that would be a cool way to show you guys like what the product actually looked like behind the scenes. Now, I don't like wearing dress shirts, guys. Like if you don't already realize it, I always just have my hat backwards, loose shirt. The good thing about Amcolor is it's actually super stretchy, but it just feels really breathable. It is really exciting to be working with a company that you genuinely like. And also they are water resistant. Come on, Calen. I am super impressed with how these shirts have stayed tucked in. Like every single time I do a flip, it doesn't come out, and so. Can you prove that right now? Yeah, here you go. And look, back flip right there. Still tucked. Still tucked. Mind blown. Now we filmed this video over the course of 3 different days. The first day we filmed in Salt Lake City. The second day we filmed in Provo, Utah. And the third day was just pick up shots once again in Provo City. But I wanted the whole thing to feel like it was in Salt Lake City. So you'll notice, like even in the behind the scenes, is we're cutting the clips of Salt Lake City, so you think we're still in Salt Lake City, when in reality, we're actually in Provo. And that's just the power of juxtaposition of cutting from one thing to something else, and then the mind instantly thinks, oh, we're still in this location, when in reality, we're not. The next location is a little walk from here. Maybe next time, just look down and I keep on walking. With every video we're doing, we always want to try and create something that is memorable in the audience's mind. So for us, it was the backpack shot. So as you can see, this is a very hard shot to get. We knew it was going to take a couple attempts as we were shooting. We're like, we could do fake cuts, cut to a close-up, a wide, and hide the fact that he was missing most of the time, but it doesn't keep it real and authentic to the audience that loves seeing things in a one take. As long as the athlete is willing to keep on going, I will go all day. So whenever you're filming something that you know is going to take a couple times, you always have to plan for it ahead of time. So I had set aside 2 hours for that shot, knowing it was going to take a lot of time. And also, I didn't want to exhaust Calen, because it was kind of in the middle, beginning of the day, so I wanted to make sure we had 2 hours to get it right. We already spent so much time on it that we can't quit now. Cut! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. The man himself! And we finished early, guys, for this location. Now we're actually gonna drive to Provo, Utah, and we're gonna film Calen jumping off the bike onto solid concrete. Action! Maybe it'll just be a text.
Explain the shot you're trying to get and what you're looking for.
You can do amazing things with huge crews, but you can also pull off incredible things as a one-man team. I always hate waking up early, but I've never regretted waking up for a sunrise.
So right now we were trying to do this little stunt right here where I'm going to be rolling over this bar on this bench. So it looks pretty simple, but it's actually pretty technical.
Next location.
Take a couple steps.
Now we're in Provo, making it look like it was actually Salt Lake as well, so a little bit of movie magic, tight shots, and with a couple wide establishing drone shots, it sells that whole illusion that we are in Salt Lake City the whole time.
I've done this a lot, plenty of times. You ever go in your laundry hamper, fill it with clothes when you're little and roll down your stairs? It's a blast.
Alright guys, so we are getting the final shot of the film. So it's crucial that it looks good. Here we go.
It's like I'm lifting weights, you know? Like I pick it up and then I put it down. I just pick it up and put it down.
So here we are on location at Donut Dreams in Springville, Utah. They've been gracious enough to let us film on their location. So for us, it's all about doing everything practical. If we can be on the set, on location, it just feels that much more authentic. So instead of us trying to fake a donut store, we thought we'd go right to the source. So that's where we're at right now at Donut Dreams. They were gracious enough to let us kind of take over their restaurant or their donut store for an hour to get a bunch of shots that you guys are seeing right now. How do you think you'd react if someone just grabbed the donuts without like...
This is my whole thing.
Now we knew the donut stunt was going to take more than one take. Like we went into it knowing that. We essentially planned for an hour and it took roughly about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But we got a big ladder, we set that up, and we had two people, in this case it was Reagan and Zane, dropping donuts, dropping boxes. Now the whole idea was we were gonna have Calen do a backflip, slipping over the typical banana stunt. Once he landed, the donuts were gonna fall right in his hands. Now as we were doing this, it wasn't as easy as we knew it would not be. Let me show you. Super thanks to Donut Dreams. They were gracious enough to let us film in their location, flinging, throwing donuts up left and right. We didn't eat the donuts that hit the ground, but they do make amazing donuts. Definitely check them out. You're just gonna walk by. I want you both to look at him. So look over here. And then I want you to start spraying and crazy. And we're showing off the product. So these shots are super important to really sell the product. So we wanna make sure we get them right. We got the sun starting to set, so the golden hour is starting to kick in right now. So we're gonna get some good light and we're gonna film it in slow motion just to capture the best, showing off the repellent from the shirts from the water.
So the last couple days, we've been shooting this super awesome accidental parkour video, and it's been really fun. Like out of all the shoots I've done with Devin, this is definitely one of the most unique ones, and it's super awesome to always have an opportunity to push myself in any way possible, whether it's doing the hardest thing or doing the weirdest thing I can think of. Some of the really big inspirations for the movement in this video come from a lot of the action comedians like Posh the Boss and Jimba Sands. We took more from his style and bringing all of that stuff together, kind of like the funny Jackie Chan stuff.
Once Ann Caller reached out to us, one of the ideas we had is it would be really powerful if we showed our audience a super in-depth inside look as far as the creative process of working with a brand, but also how do you create something engaging for like the everyday audience. So we asked them, hey, would it be okay for our massive online course that we just launched if we could also show the entire process much more in depth than these behind the scene videos, and they were stoked to be a part of that. But in case you guys don't know, you'll see the very in-depth behind the scenes of how this whole brand deal happened on our brand new online course at homeschool.com. So I'll have a link down below in the video description to that, and it just shows the entire process substantially more in depth than we've ever showed, and that's all part of our brand new homeschool course that we just launched. Thank you guys so much for watching. Over and out.
On me is beautiful to be in a frame of mind where nothing worries me. So hurry, please jump to my side because I can't stop, won't stop.